I became politically active in 1987 because my imagination was captured by a leader, the late Shehu Musa Yaradua. Who started with persistent determination and diligence to construct bridges of understanding and love across the ethno-religious divides inherent in our society. He convinced all of us who were bold to defy the status quo to participate in his noble passion. We were convinced that it was the only way to preserve our national unity and establish a structure of peace necessary for national development. Even after his death, we have continued with renewed vigor to pursue his dream. And this is what I want the youth seated here today to do even after our own death. My politics have always been guided by the enduring values of fairness and justice, honesty of purpose, the pursuit of excellence, selflessness, and the love for my country. These values also characterize my conduct in business. As Vice President of Nigeria from 1999 to 2007, I worked closely with my boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is also a passionate defender of Nigerian unity. First, we reintegrated our country into the international community following years of isolation. We professionalized our armed forces. We embarked on fundamental economic reforms articulated by an economic team, which I had the honor to chair. We focused on macroeconomic stability and transforming critical areas such as banking, insurance, oil and gas, telecommunication, pension, and the civil service. We created novel institutions that should lay the foundation for good governance and accountability, such as Bureau of Procurement, which was called Due Process, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Servicom, whose golden rule is, I quote, serve others as you would like to be served, unquote. Sadly, most of these institutions are now mere shadows of themselves. We also paid off nearly all of our foreign debt, which was crippling the country. We stabilized the exchange rate of the naira as well as interest rates and reduced inflation. What needed to follow was for these macroeconomic gains to be further translated into improved welfare for our people. With the reforms in the telecommunications sector, we increased the number of functioning telephone lines from only 200,000 at the inception of our administration to over 70 million by the time we left. Our reforms also led to an increase in the market capitalization of the Nigerian Stock Exchange from 400 billion to over 8 trillion by 2007 and to nearly 13 trillion by 2008. We also handed over well-articulated master plans for the development of multimodal transportation system, including a contract for the modernization of the railways. We also commenced the implementation of the gas power master plan with a target of 26,000 megawatts of electricity expected to be delivered by 2015. This is the story of an administration which I am proud to have been part of. These achievements were made possible because of the vision, commitment, and dedication of leadership. Good leadership is what it takes to make good things happen. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, did we resolve all of Nigeria's challenges or problems? Of course not. But no one would say that there was leadership vacuum or lack of commitment, plan, and execution. Never. We know the story today. Rather than continuing to pay down our debts, our borrowing has actually been increasing, even though the price of oil has consistently been above $100 per barrel since the inception of the current administration. The percentage of our budget that is implemented has diminished significantly since capital projects are poorly cash-backed. A number of major manufacturers have divested from Nigeria and relocated to neighboring countries, while those that remain operate at far below their installed capacity, due mainly to poor infrastructure. The environment for doing business and our ranking in World Competitiveness Index have worsened. Therefore, job opportunities for our teeming youth have become harder to come by. We recall with sadness the avoidable death of job seekers during the poorly organized so-called immigration service recruitment exam just last year. Up to this moment, no one has been held accountable for those needless deaths. On human development, our infant and maternal mortality and poverty and illiteracy levels continue to be embarrassingly high. Thus, while countries such as Ghana, Gabon, and Botswana are classified by the UNDP as being at the medium human development level, Nigeria is grouped with those at the low human development level. This situation reinforces the urgent need for change. We cannot continue down this path of national decline. Resentment, disillusionment, and hopelessness are the emotions on which insecurity and disharmony thrive. Our country is more divided today than at any other time since the Civil War. There is a disturbing rise in ethnic nationalism and religious bigotry. This is promoting social tension and mutual distrust among the people of Nigeria. All over the country, there are daily breaches of security resulting in loss of lives and properties. Armed robbery, kidnappings, and human trafficking continue to ravage many parts of the country. A bunch of extremist insurgents are hosting strange flags on large areas of our territory that they claim to have conquered. Unspeakable horrors are now being committed daily against our people by antisocial elements in the name of religion and other causes. Government has a responsibility to do everything possible to halt the ongoing dehumanization of Nigerians. Unfortunately, what we have is a serious governance deficit. To put it bluntly, our country seems to be on autopilot with no one in charge. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a strong, dynamic, decisive, competent, and visionary leadership that can halt the current drift of the ship of state, fight corruption, create jobs, rebuild our infrastructure, provide social services, and tackle insecurity in a decisive, robust, and multi-pronged way. This is the change we want and deserve, and this is the change the APC is primed to offer. And that is why I am... Thank you. And that is why I am a proud member of this platform for change. To fix Nigeria, an APC government will promote a new socio-political order which will compel the leadership to always balance power and authority with service and accountability. I have been asked why I am always seeking to become the president of this country. I have answered. My passion for good governance is that of a man who wants to do more because there is so much more to be done in fixing Nigeria. This passion continues to grow as long as this government is not really doing the fixing. I have what it takes to bring people together and turn things around for better. Therefore, I want to play a leading role in the transgenerational efforts to save this country and improve the lives of our people. With the support of millions of Nigerians desirous of change and the hard work by all of us, the APC shall form the next government of this great nation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have therefore decided that I will, by the grace of God, along with other respected leaders of our party, seek nomination as a candidate of the APC to contest the presidential election of 2015. I want to lead a government that will invest in its people because people constitute the wealth of any nation. I want to lead a government that will create a Nigeria for all. A Nigeria that is not about North or South, Christian or Muslim, but about a better tomorrow where every citizen will feel secure, act with patriotism, having assurance of the fulfillment of his or her aspirations. I want to lead a government that will rebuild the institution of governance with zero tolerance for corruption and nepotism, where hard work and dedication are adequately rewarded. I want to assemble the best brains in the land and provide the political will and commitments so that jointly and with the cooperation of all of you, build a Nigeria of our dreams. Nigeria must rise to retake its leadership place in Africa and earn the respect of other nations. This places on us the responsibility of stewardship. It is the consciousness of this national responsibility that has guided my political adventures, and it is this call to serve that I have come to answer once again. Nigeria must and will be great. With your support and prayers, we will change this country for good. We will create a country that will truly be the pride of the black race. We will create a new Nigeria for all Nigerians. It is time for change. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.